Yo, people, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Footy Talk. And yo, man, like this is gonna be a different one.
I love it. Last week we were going, both your teams win, you're happy. Now we're both sat here going, football's meaningless. Let's fucking go home.
Yeah, but brother, we both got football teams. You know them one. So do you know what I mean? We both got football teams, so football will live on.
Mm-hmm.
Real football will live on anyway. This circus,
right.
on the other hand, do you know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. Unfortunately, do you know what I mean? So I don't know, bruv. We're looking for a friendly this Sunday anyway, bruv, because we haven't got a league game. So, bruv, if you don't have one, let us know, man.
We had a break last week. We got a cup game on Saturday, so I don't know if we get the lads on Sunday. I can ask, but I won't make promises just because.
Well, ask them anyway. Like I've got a pitch for 2:00, so if they could play, then let me know, bruv.
Sounds good.
You know what I mean? Big up everyone inside. Smash the like button inside. Where do we even start? Let's start with José getting sacked.
Did he get sacked or did he walk? Because if he walked,
he got sacked, innit, bruv? Like I've said this a million times, yeah. All of you guys in here, if you're over the age of 15, you've probably been in a situation with a woman, yeah, where you want to get out of it, so you start an argument for no reason. Like we've all done it. Let's not pretend, innit? Like there's been times you might want to get out of the relationship. Maybe she wants to go out on the weekend. You don't really want to go out, so you start an argument, and then she says, "Oh, fine, I don't want to see you," and you're thinking, "That's brilliant. I'm going out to watch football with the boys anyway." Like we've all been in a situation like that, man. Let's not pretend, innit? Mate. So nothing more than José woke up in the morning and thought, "Yo, I've got the worst win percentage in the history of my managerial career, yeah." Because he does, apart from his first ever club he managed, which was, I think, in the League One of Portugal.
It was Benfica he managed first.
No, a team called Leiria or something. They're in like the first division of Portuguese football, where they were at the time anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? He managed them and his win percentage there was 41%. That was the only win percentage that was lower than his current Tottenham one, yeah. So he's doing the worst he's ever done in his career. And he's looked at it and he's thought, hold on, because of how much money I'm on, these man ain't really going to sack me unless I do something mad, innit? And I don't want to stay here and then we don't get top 4 at the end of the season. And man look at me like, yo, Tottenham have been in the top 4 every season under Pochettino, and then you come in and then they miss out on top 4. So he sabotaged the thing. He saw it and he said, hold on a minute. Fuck it. I'm going to go on strike. This ought to do it. You know, like that. And that's what he's pulled the plug on his own career. José probably hasn't even cashed the check from Chelsea, mate. This guy gets himself sacked everywhere he goes. He's probably got the checks piling up. Do you know what I mean? And he's just living off the punditry money he does in between, bro. The guy's an absolute con artist.
I wonder where he's going to go next, though.
That's nowhere, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He'll be on, go back to punditry. He'll be on BN Sports, bro. They pay good in Qatar, you know.
I know, but I think he'll get back into management. He'll get back into management. He'll go PSG when Poch leaves then.
Nah. PSG ain't gonna want nothing to do with José, mate. He's finished. He's finished. He's washed up, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? And big up my guy. I couldn't agree more. This Super League is horrendously bad for football. Mate. It's horrendously bad for football. Do you know what I'm saying? And the Super League kind of shows you where the world is going. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, apparently it's going to be on Amazon. What a surprise. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Amazon don't own the whole planet already, but then they want to take over football as well. You know what I'm saying? American billionaire. You got flipping the Glazers involved, Stan Kroenke involved. They're pretty much trying to turn it into the NBA, bro.
Well, that's what it is. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a closed division, isn't it?
Yeah.
Between just a load of random teams. But no. There'll be 5 teams every year which can come in based on merit. It's like, fuck off. Like,
no one gets promoted. No one gets relegated. Do you know what I'm saying? They keep the money. They probably introduce player trades and that. And it's just going to be an absolute circus, isn't it? Like, let's be honest. And then it cuts out all the so-called smaller teams, yeah? But, bruv, that's not what football's meant to be about.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? Hang on, Rants. We're going to do this. Give us a moment. Grab this for you quickly. There we go. I could go there like that.
Absolutely. But that's what it is, bro. Like I've deleted all my United backdrops on my thing anyway. I don't have any more. You know them ones there, bruv. So from now on, I'm just supporting football players and my own football team because these men are jokers.
It's nuts. I mean, I don't know what's happening with Chelsea. I think they'll bottle it. They have to bottle it because if soon as people turn around and go, we're going to get rid of all your trophies and all your titles, that's it. The only clubs, which ironically, because this should tell you a lot about what everyone thinks about this, there are no clubs from Germany getting involved with the ESL purely because they are 50%, 51% fan owned. And the fans have gone, no, fuck off. Like, it's just the whole thing. PSG have said no as well. They sign up to the new Champions League format.
Mad.
So it's just, the whole thing. The
Yeah.
whole thing. Players. I've seen realists saying players won't speak out because they know that they'll get sold. Like,
yeah, and you know what? Player wages in that Super League's bound to go up, you know, because, bruv, if they know how much money the club's getting, players' contracts are going to go through the roof, blood. You're going to start seeing NBA contracts.
Who's the highest player in the NBA right now? Is it LeBron? Or is it Steph?
I'm not sure because it depends because LeBron signed his contract a little while ago, bro. So it really depends. I don't really know. Probably if it's not Bron, yeah, then it's criminal, innit? But at the same time,
apparently.
Who?
Never heard of him. I don't want to watch it.
No.
Sacramento Kings in the NBA. He's on 27.09 million USD.
No. That's not correct. That's not correct.
Hang on. Let's have a look.
Look at who's got the biggest contract, not highest paid.
Oh, biggest contract. Here we go. Yeah. Salary overall.
It's Steph Curry.
Yeah, Steph Curry, and then Russell Westbrook is about 2 million.
Steph's on a 43 mil a season contract. You know them ones. So do you know what I'm saying? Like in football, you're gonna start seeing stupid contracts now. Their man said they got 3.5 billion euros each for agreeing to join, bro. And you know the amount of advertising revenue, they're gonna do it like a Super Bowl thing with the final and milk it, charge people for advertising and all that. They're gonna make a stupid amount of money. But they're gonna lose a lot of real football fans.
They won't.
No, they'll lose real football fans. They won't lose. Yeah. They won't lose people that support the club and don't support football. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm a football fan first and foremost. I always have been. And that's where a lot of the arguments I have with my own fan base come from because I always put the sport before the club. Always, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, I enjoy the purity of the football. Like, I hate watching United play because the football's crap. Do you know what I mean? But I'm drawn to it through just blind allegiance because I was brought up to support them. But the football's horrible. So am I going to miss watching them play football? Not really. Do you know what I'm saying? Not currently how they play because it's not enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where there's going to be a lot of people that will still buy the merchandise, still support the club because they know nothing else, innit? But for me, football always comes first. And for football, it's disgusting.
I didn't sleep last night. I'll be honest. I didn't sleep. Hence why my hair's a mess as well. Because Rants know.
Look at this Luis Figo quote.
Luis Figo, this is so-called Super Leagues, anything but super. This greedy and callous move would spell disaster for our grassroots, women's and the one. Yeah, no, it will. It will. I mean, we barely see a penny at grassroots anyway. So, you know, it's purely down to thing. I've had Chelsea fans message me and say, are you guys going to be the Phoenix Club then? And I'm kind of sat there a bit like, fuck, like is that it's actually the fact I've just come off the phone having that conversation. The fact that I'm literally sat there having a conversation, not fully knowing if this is even a real thing yet, but I'm having to sit and have those conversations.
Yeah,
it's sad. You know, I never thought I'd sit and be. I thought, right, I'd be turning to my kids and take them to Stamford Bridge. You know, that's one thing I've always wanted to do. I've always even since I was little, my dad would take me, and then now it's like, okay, then it'll be your turn. Then you can come with us to games. Like even because my I've got a really young brother. He's 11 now, So I've been taking him to football with my dad. He's basically been like it's been the equivalent like taking your kid to football. Like, but I've obviously done it with my little brother, but he's tiny at this point. And I'm just sat there on this little kid's hand, right? Taking him up the steps, and you just see his face, you know? And they're going, I can't wait to see that of my kids. And it's the joy of football is now just being ripped away.
Absolutely. It's horrible, bro. And like, even like I was saying to some of the guys yesterday on last night's stream, they'll never know what it feels like, yeah, with these Champions League nights, bro, like that we've had. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the epic comebacks, all of these other things, the emotional roller coasters of all these things, they'll never experience it, bro. And it's a damn shame, man.
It's ridiculous.
It's actually a damn shame. And big up my man. Exactly. Ajax weren't even invited, and they're a bigger club than most of these clubs. You know why? Because it's about how much money you generate. It's not really about if you're a big club or not. It's not about that.
I'm surprised because I know Porto apparently had to be involved, but I'm really surprised that Celtic or Rangers haven't been put on the list because they generate a lot of revenue purely because of their brand.
Yeah, but also they're probably thinking about top leagues in Europe. Do you know what I'm saying? And Scotland definitely doesn't fall into that.
I mean, if PSG aren't coming in, so you can cancel out the French league. German teams aren't coming in, so that's France, Germany gone. You then probably go Portugal. Realistically, you probably do go Scotland after that.
No, probably not, because even when you look at like Russia, Ukraine, and that, they've probably got better teams, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, Zenit and like what them lot called? That Fred was at Shakhtar. Yeah, Shakhtar and them man are beating Celtic, man. You know, like that. So it's one of them ones where it kind of sometimes it doesn't really correlate. Do you know what I'm saying? And no, I haven't seen the Ander Herrera quotes. Feel free to put them in here.
Someone's put in the comments as well, which is a really good point, that Thomas Tuchel is set to face. He's going to be the first manager to face the press regarding it, and that should be about now. Actually, it's always lunchtime.
Well, yeah. Well, as soon as these Tuchel come in, guys, make sure you put them in the chat. I'm seeing these guys. Certain man, did Giannis sign the Supermax? Because if Giannis signed the Supermax, then I think he's the highest paid. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if he signed the Supermax yet.
I don't watch NBA, so I couldn't tell you anything about that.
Yeah. He said he got the Supermax. He did 270. Jesus.
Right, I'm plugging in. I'm getting these Tuchel comments through my ear as we talk.
Cool. Yeah, let me know what Tuchel's saying.
There we go. Right, that's plugged in. It's 1:30 now, so it's probably halfway through. Okay, no, we're still waiting for it to come through. Literally, all the comments are just no to the Super League. Every single one.
Yeah.
Every single one is no to the Super League.
Yeah. No, I mean, certain man. Levy has ruined my club. I know, like the grassroots Tottenham fans are going to be livid, and you know what's mad? Yeah, like say what you want about a lot of these teams' fans, yeah, but deep down they care about the heritage of football, innit? Like in this country, a lot of the tribalism, yeah, comes from this is meant to be a working class sport, humble beginnings, and all that. And where football's gone right now, a lot of these like diehard football fans are gonna feel sick, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's if we're real, because I obviously saw the image going around of it being saying it was created by the poor. Factually speaking, it was actually created by the rich. You know, he had Etonians, guys that went to Harrow, and you know all these fucking wanky posh schools started playing sport as a gentleman's sport. Then you had the likes of the mill. Then obviously the mills and miners and stuff set up their own teams, and then obviously they took over the sport and created it to what we love. Then obviously the prawn sandwich brigade has found their way back in, which is not great at all. But I mean, let's be honest, it was always bound to happen. There's been talk of it for ages, and I'm not sitting there just saying it was bound to happen. I want to let it happen, you know. But the whole concept. I had a little cry last night. I'm not gonna lie. I'm an emotional guy. I'll be honest. Straight off Rants knows I'm an emotional guy.
Yeah.
So I was there. I shed a little tear for football last night. I saw all these montages of like, you know, Pele, Maradona, Eusebio. Then it moved into the 80s with players. Obviously, you had the great Liverpool teams. You know, you had the great Italian teams. Then you moved into the noughties, which when I grew up watching football, you had Lampard, you had Gerrard, you had Scholes, great English teams going for European titles. You had that Barcelona team, Messi, Ronaldo, and then I'm literally sat there seeing this going, that was all for nothing. It was all for nothing. And it's. I'm just glad we won the Champions League before it's been basically null and voided. They've terminated it this season. They cancelled it. That's it.
They said that the European competition has been put on hold. They said it's been suspended. It hasn't been officially cancelled. Because they said they might give it to PSG. So I don't know what's going on. And big up Lloyd Taylor. This is absolutely spot on, mate. And this isn't a dig at any of these countries in particular. But
hang on. But Tuchel's asking about the questions now.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. He's asked how I feel about the Super League. I've known since yesterday, he says. But he's here to be in the hardest competition because he wants to play the toughest competitions in world football and more in Europe. That's why he came to Chelsea in the Premier League.
Yeah, he's not going to say anything different, is he?
Yeah. No, he doesn't say too much. He's sad.
Said Liverpool fans are protesting. You know what? As much as I hate the Scousers, I can always rely on them here to get shit done, bruv.
That's nuts. Do you know what? I really hope Leeds don't turn up. Yeah, he's basically saying what we all expected. Just put the comment in if you see it.
Yeah. He's gonna say the stuff. He's probably been briefed. Do you know what I mean? By the PR team before. But Liverpool fans are protesting, and good on them, mate. You know what I mean? The same way they protested when they put up the season ticket prices. I tell you what, the Scousers don't mess about, innit? I have to respect them for that.
I don't think they will. I think this is the big reason this actually gone ahead now is because fans won't be in stadiums.
Bruv, but look at this. Like this thing here, like I said before, China, Australia, America, India, Africa, whatever. This is not a dig at any of these places, any of these continents, countries, whatever. Like the sheer reality of what's going on now is we've just come. We're still in the midst and dealing with with a pandemic, innit? And even though it's easing off, these men have seen that they can cash in without having fans in stadiums because of this. It's just been an eye-opener to them because as much as a lot of match-going fans here seem to think that, put it this way, a lot of match-going fans overestimate their worth to the football club.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They overestimate it. And all this has done is put them in their place because I'm one of them, but I've never been one of them fans that think I'm better than a fan that lives on a different continent to me because I go to games and they don't. But there are a lot of fans like that. But all the football club has just shown you is that your money ain't worth shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Because United are looking at it saying we got a 1.1 billion global fan base. Sod 78,000 that come to Old Trafford, really. Sod them. Because we don't need their money. 78,000, take it away from 1.1 billion. You're not even going to feel that.
No,
do you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, bro. So all of these men that are following United home and away, and especially the away fans, because we get a smaller allocation. So it's a small handful that do the home and away. Also because of the inflation and the ticket prices, these men have basically just said, bruv, your support and your money don't mean nothing, bro. Because I can make more peas from Jeff Bezos and JP Morgan. And then the guys that support us on the other side of the pond that are still going to buy our merchandise and other parts of the world that are still going to buy our merchandise that maybe don't have the same traditional upbringing and connection to the club that we do, but they follow the club in a different way because everybody supports a club differently. There's not one right way or wrong way to support a football club.
There's I think there isn't, no, but I think that's the beauty of everything's. I think that's the beauty of the sport that you have loads of people from all around the world going to watch game stuff. But I mean, realistically, it's still potentially going to be a lot of lost revenue because even though that 3.5 billion joining fee is a lot, and it's going to be there for a long time. But realistically, I mean, if you look at Leeds, for example, and like I think I said this a couple of weeks ago as well, in terms of the pandemic, they actually lost 1.1 million every single match day. So realistically, I think they played 10, 15 match days behind closed doors. So that was 15 odd million that they've lost out on. The match fees are still important, but the thing is, what we're saying about traditions is they don't, like I said, they don't care about standing at match going.
Yeah, but bro, they'll still get tourists in the match, bro.
This is what I'm about to say. So literally, you have guys like you and I, and I'm sure people in the chat as well, who literally go to the games. Maybe if they're a bit peckish, they might get a hot dog or whatever, even though they're crap, and then they'll watch football. They'll go home. What the clubs want is they want someone to walk through the gates, pick up a program. Then after they picked up a program, they go to one of the little merchandise stalls outside the stadium. They get a hat or they get a scarf. They then go into the ground, then buy a hot dog, they then buy a beer, they then buy whatever, then go to their seat, then go back at half time. And once the game's finished, they fuck off to the mega store, they go buy a shirt, they go buy the merchandise, and then they go home. That's what they want. They don't give a shit about people who are literally going to be actually there and have the life and soul of those football clubs. Because you got, like we were saying this last week, you go to any top six club now, the atmosphere is shit. Yeah. You're literally going to be sitting there now watching. Like, I mean, I'm not going to slate cricket because cricket's obviously you still get some really decent fans at cricket games. Like you get the England's Barmy Army, all that sort of stuff. But I mean, you go, it's going to be watching the fucking snooker. You're going to be sat there, great play, well done, superb, fantastic. And then you're gonna then you get told to sit down if you're singing. You get this pandemic when people are going into stadiums in December, and you're allowed in for one game. You weren't allowed to sing. You weren't allowed to stand up. You weren't allowed to say hello to anyone. You weren't allowed to do anything. This is the beginning of the end of football. And if you want to experience, I'm not gonna lie, I had the same feeling when Imperial Wharf played their first game at Hackney Marshes in October. I had the same feeling that I had when I walked up the steps at Stamford Bridge as a kid. And and I still have that feeling every time I go back to Hackney Marshes, because when you go to those football pitches, those are people playing the game because they love it. They love it. And you can tell, and it just makes it so much more entertaining. I watch football now, and in stadiums, you just don't have the same feel. I miss my friends that I'd see on home and away days. I miss them. I remember being sat in Vauxhall watching the Porto game, and there were a load of lads singing. And afterwards, I saw them, and I gave them all a big hug. I know you shouldn't have done, but you know what? We were there, we were singing, we'd had a few drinks, and we were happy. And we got told to shut up, and it's just the way it's going. And everyone just dispersed, and that was it. Like 10 seconds of joy for getting to a Champions League semi-final. And the whole thing is,
bro, it's a disgrace, bro. It's honestly a disgrace, bro. Like, it's honestly a disgrace, man. And big up Cass for the super chat. Yeah, I know what you're saying about the Premier League, yeah, but there's only so much you can do, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, United were pretty much bullied into selling the club. Do you know what I mean? Like, when man have got money, there's only so much you can do, bro. Money talks, innit?
Also, you guys would have gone bust if you didn't sell.
Yeah.
That was the same with Liverpool. Same with Chelsea. We got every club got bought out. The only reason, if Chelsea hadn't been bought 24 hours later, we would have gone into liquidation. Yeah. We'd have gone into Portsmouth. That's what we'd have been doing.
There you go.
So and
shout out Karen for this comment. He said the Liverpool ultras have told that they're going to remove banners from the Kop, and certain fans have hung RIP Liverpool banners outside the stadium. Not really surprised. Big up them man doing that.
Brilliant.
I might
go down to Stamford Bridge later,
bro.
I'm going to go down tomorrow for they're doing a protest.
Go down, bro. Like, honestly, it's a disgrace what these guys are doing, and I respect the Scousers for doing it, brother. I'm not really surprised that they're doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these United people that always got the most chat on flipping Twitter, I hope they're outside Old Trafford now. I bet they're not, though. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is how it is. It's a disgrace, brother. I've seen my club die over the years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I've become more and more emotionally detached from them, bro. And this is just the straw that broke the camel's back for me, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? It's an absolute disgrace, bro. It's an absolute disgrace what they've done. And bruv. There's no coming back from this. There's no coming back from this, honestly. Even if these lot bottle it, yeah, and they manage to come to some sort of agreement with UEFA and the FA and pay them off, and they still are allowed to still play in the Champions League. I mean, not the Champions League, but still play in the Premier League and so on and so forth. I still don't care, bruv. I still don't care.
I mean, there's this thing. I'm not gonna lie. I already thought that was too much football. So, I'm now there just a bit like even more. Like, okay, right. It's the whole. I mean, there's talk of obviously them all being demoted down to the conference. But
yeah, they said if they try and come back, they'll have to start in Tier 5.
The thing is, the Premier League won't do that because what will happen is they'll go, "Oh, right, you want to come back in? Oh, you know what? We'll just make it a 26-team division, and then 6 teams will get relegated rather than 3." That's what it will be. Well, no, sorry, it wouldn't even be 6. It'd be 8 teams.
8 teams.
8 teams will get relegated. Oh yeah, you guys come back in. Why is that? Oh, they've got that's the money. That's it. And do you know what I found? There was so much irony yesterday in Sky kicking off about it and BT. There was so much irony because people can say that Roman Abramovich and Chelsea kicked all this off when billionaire owners were brought into the game. And to a certain degree, yeah, Chelsea have a part to play in that. Let's not forget what happened in 1991 and 1992 behind the Football League's back. Everton, Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United, I think it was Tottenham, and I think there was one more team as well. I can't remember who it was. All went to Greg Dyke, cloak and dagger, with Alan Sugar as well. Went all behind having little dinners, all this sort of stuff, and set up the Premier League away from the Football League. But, and then they're all kicking off because Sky is going, "Oh, what's going to happen to us? We're not going to get any more money. Oh, it's so horrible." I don't have any sympathy for Sky when they come out and say it. I appreciate what Gary Neville said. But it's not like he doesn't have a vested interest, let's be honest.
Of course he does, because he knows that it's going to be on Amazon, and that's probably going to take away from his money. Probably going to take away from his salary as well at Sky, bruv, because that's going to hit Sky hard, mate. And it's going to hit BT hard as well. Like my man said, BT dropped a statement. The Super League is definitely a threat. Imagine if that goes to Amazon, Sky and BT lose money. They're going to have to start cutting people's jobs, cuz.
It's nuts. The whole thing is just... I don't even know what to say. I genuinely try to sit there and go, are there any positives? I try, because I like to try and be balanced. I was like, is there any positive to this at all?
Yeah, there are positives. Like Arsenal and Tottenham are in the Super League. For them, do you know what I mean? They're in the Super League and they have no business there. So it is positives for those teams. It's positive for Man United because they're shit, brother, and they've been shit for a while and they're nowhere near winning a Champions League. So being in a Super League, it's actually amazing that they can continue to make money, for a football team that's not good enough, bruv, to even be in a Super League, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? So, of course, there's positives if you're looking from a greedy owner's point of view. They've literally bought a football club and turned it into a brand. That's all they've done. Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, I'm not looking. I get that from an owner's perspective.
From a fan's perspective, there's no positives.
There we go. So it's the fact. So it's the. This is going to basically be like the. It's going to be like the Formula One for football. So this week, all our games being played in Abu Dhabi, and I'm going to be sat there going, "I don't give a shit."
That's exactly it. Like, they might do that. They might play the games in different countries and that, just like the Formula One. You're right. They might do that. Why not?
So dead.
Because they said, right, why not though? Why not to get more money? Play one of them in Saudi or something. Play them here, there, and everywhere. Why not?
Well, there's no reason as to why not. I mean, there won't be fans in stadiums. There won't be full stadiums. Not a chance.
No, as much as I don't like the ESL, UEFA and FIFA are corrupt anyway. How many times have they been bought off? Yeah, they are corrupt anyway. However, when certain things start to affect the consumer, the fans, that's when man have to say, hold up. Do you know what I mean? That's a step too far.
They won't. This pandemic's just given them a reason to turn around and go, yeah, fuck you. That's it. That's all it is. Just fuck you to everyone. and it hurts. It really hurts. I mean,
that's what I mean. They don't care about the future of domestic football. Only the other day, these same football clubs like Manchester United started a women's team and all these other things, yeah, just because they didn't have one, because they didn't care. And then they did what they put one together to be politically correct, yeah. What is all this going to do to grassroots football and women's football, bro?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. These men don't really care about football. It was never that.
And it's funny how they're saying, "Oh, there's going to be a trickle down. There's going to be a trickle down." Like, no, there fucking ain't. No, there ain't. There's already not a trickle down now. All you're doing is adding another competition, which means even less money is going to trickle down to the grassroots teams that need it.
Mm.
We're only just. I'll be honest. We're only just about keeping afloat. Only just about. You know, and we're not. I'm not going anywhere. Like if it meant that, you know, as a club, I'd go into my own pocket. I've made that commitment. That's because I understand. Look, even though, right, there might only be one or two people that actually turn up to watch our games every week. Might only be one or two. Those one or two people mean so much to me because they literally have come to watch a game of football. You know, and all the people which message us from overseas saying we love what you're doing, we really like it, we love watching you guys. They mean a lot to every single player. There was a guy, right, from the US who bought a full kit, a full tracksuit, and a full training wear, right? Now, that might sound very businessy, but the reason we love people like that, and we love everybody who's involved in the club, even if they just turn up to watch, is that they believe in something which stands for the right reasons. Every penny that we've had from people investing stuff has gone straight back into
the club. Yeah,
it helps us run it. And all these people message going, we really like what you do, all this sort of stuff. Josh, right? So our club captain, when that guy bought everything, Josh cried because he knows how much it means. He was there like, oh my God, you know? Oh my God, I can't believe people actually like support us and all that sort of stuff. And there are people I know he actually might be watching. One of our players, Terrell, watches you every week. And he's literally, it's like, you know, there are people which they're watching. They came down to watch. We had so Josh's girlfriend came to watch, and she played for Spurs for a bit. She got injured, unfortunately, and that sort of stuff. But you know, she was watching. Going, oh, I really love this. I love coming to watch you guys. Josh's mates, he had 5 or 6 people come down and watch. I love watching this. It's just football. It's real. There's no fucking about.
Yeah,
you're gonna lose all of that. All of that. You're never going to have a Charlie Austin, a Jamie Vardy, a Dion Dublin. You're never going to have any of those players ever again that are going to come and work their way from the very fucking bottom to the top of the game.
Yeah, but these men don't care about that, bruv. And they never did. Look how many teams we've seen go into administration and all that for a few quid that wouldn't even pay like a week's wages at one of these Premier League clubs, and they haven't helped them, bro. They've never cared, bro. It's always been about them, man, financing themselves, innit? Like, let's be 100% honest, bro. But this is now, we're just seeing it in black and white now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We just need to stop pretending that we didn't really know this what it was, innit? So, unfortunately, the game up there, bro, it's done, innit? Do you know what I mean? But it's even more reason to appreciate and support grassroots football and your local teams that ain't sold their soul, bro. Like that's just what it is, man. So I don't know, bro. Like it's upsetting. And to answer this chat, what do I think about Mourinho refusing to train? I already said at the top of the program, I genuinely believe that he was looking for an excuse to get himself sacked, and he found one, and it was perfect. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I think, because Mourinho is someone that's ridiculously obsessed with his image, innit? He's a massive narcissist, and that's why he'll turn around and say to Chelsea fans, respect, I won this, I won that. He'll say to Tottenham fans, I'm sure, I won more than your whole club's history or something at some point, because he's got it in him to say that. Do you know what I'm saying? He'll say to Man United fans that Sevilla have won more European Cups in recent times than you have, and you should be used to losing games. He does that. He'll always try and deflect his shortcomings and make it about something else. And Jose's found a perfect way now to spin this and go out looking like the hero when in fact he's failed. So it's a PR masterstroke, innit? But I don't believe for 1 second if Jose was 14 points clear, top of the league, that he's refusing to train today and risking potential sacking when he can bring Tottenham their first Premier League title. I refuse to believe that would ever be the case. He's looked at it and he said, you know what, we probably can't make top 4 now. Like, I fucked it. Press the self-destruct button, bro. Like, there's nothing about Jose Mourinho's personality that tells me that if he could win a Premier League, he would have still walked. If it was Klopp, I might believe it more. Do you know? I might believe it more because he's a bit more humble. Even though he's stubborn as hell, he's a bit more he's a bit more humble, bruv. But nah, bruv. Jose, no flipping chance do I believe that this guy I have no reason to believe that Jose genuinely woke up in the morning, was completely happy at Tottenham and decided to refuse to train. And they're like 7th in the league or something like that. Yeah, I'm not buying it for a second.
I mean, irrespective, I think, yeah, we spoke about Mourinho last week. I think that Mourinho is, I think he's not matured. He's not developed his entire philosophy to keep in line with the modern game. But irrespective of what happened, look, if he's left because he wasn't getting the results, this sacking doesn't make any sense right now.
Yeah,
Tottenham have got a League Cup final. You know, surely the logical thing would be that Mourinho would get, if he didn't get the result against City, they'd sack him after the cup final.
But this is why I think it was football reasons. Yeah, you know why I say it's football reasons? Because Levy's probably looked at it like, yo, I've just secured 3.5 billion. I can pay this guy off.
Yeah,
we're not happy with him anyway. So he might as well just F off now. You know, the ones there. That's what it was. Because if it was genuinely like, you know what, we could stomach him to the end of the season, he would have. Yeah, he'd had enough with him. He'd had enough of him anyway. That's the honest truth. Do you know what I mean? They drew the other day to who? Fulham or something like that.
Spurs drew, I think it was Everton.
Or Everton, sorry, 2-2 or something on Friday.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, their man was supposed to be challenging for the title. If you ask Tottenham fans when Mourinho came in, bro, beginning of the season, they were talking about, oh, we could win the league and that. And now all of a sudden, it's like, oh, are we going to make top 4?
There's a deep ingrained mentality at Tottenham Hotspur, which Mourinho couldn't get through. I think if there was one manager in between that broke down that mentality, which meant that Tottenham would actually go on to potentially challenge for things more regularly because they had a stronger mindset, I think that Mourinho might have actually got something out of them. Purely down to the fact that Tottenham were with Mauricio Pochettino, who was arm round the shoulder, you know, constantly just trying to pick people up because the mentality of the club was so poor. Mourinho was the complete polar opposite. You know, you got a high pressing, positive mindset manager versus a manager who was very much cold shoulder, wants to get the best out of you by really firing you up mentally by ignoring you, and very much a deep, hold and press cut type of guy. The whole thing's I'm just depressed now.
Big up Simon. He said everyone here will be watching it. Absolutely, people are going to watch the Super League. That doesn't mean that it's still not going to be a soulless tournament.
I'm not watching it.
I mean, there'll be some games I'll watch. Absolutely, bruv.
No, I'm not giving them any of my fucking time.
He said Bruno's against the Super League.
I say that on his story.
I don't know, but it's going to be important to see what players actually say about it, because there will be some players that, for instance, if it means that they can't play for their country, they're going to be like, yeah, sod this.
Dreams can't be bought. Yeah.
Is that what he posted?
So he's posted a picture of Podence saying the ball, the song, the dream. There's a Dan volley, Kaká solo, Liverpool and Athens, Ole and Barca, Chris and Seedorf. There are some things we really just can't pay for. And then Bruno Fernandes has put on his story that post from Podence and just said, dreams can't be bought.
Yeah. And look, Ander Herrera said that I love football and I cannot remain silent about this. I believe in an improved Champions League, but not in the rich stealing what people create. And it's the truth. At the end of the day, yeah, the players have to stand up to this, innit? And if they do, I don't know. I don't know, innit? They could risk getting sacked or whatever. But technically, clubs have breached player contracts by by doing this, because players haven't agreed to this. A lot of the players didn't even know this was going to happen. So surely you didn't sign a contract that said that the club can just do that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, so the Chelsea supporters group, We Are the Shed, have come out and literally just said supporters will be heading to Stamford Bridge tomorrow for 5:30 to make their voices heard in the absence of being inside the ground. This is not aimed at the team, but the board. Take banners, take signs, but remain socially distanced and wear a face covering if you go. # fuck the Super League.
And look at this from an Arsenal fan. Couldn't agree more. Gunnosaurus being sacked whilst the club negotiated a 3.5 billion paycheck is the moment football died for me.
It's just...
Rants, would you agree José is the type of first person to feel betrayed for being kept out of the Super League talks? No, because at the end of the day, he ain't got that kind of relationship.
Also,
he hasn't got that kind of relationship with Levy, bro. Mourinho's been at the club for 5 minutes.
The whole thing is just... Harry Redknapp's going to come into the end of the season, probably. Imagine that. Apparently it's going to be Ryan Mason to step in as the ex-caretaker manager. Mate, do you know what annoyed me the most about this entire thing, right? Oh, Rants has died again. Hi, guys. I'm your host again. What's annoyed me the most about this entire thing, right? The entirety of all the teams who have made their statement have copied and pasted and put an entire statement, which is exactly the same on every single club website. I looked at it with a Spurs fan last night. Go onto the Tottenham website and go onto the Chelsea website and put them side by side. Put them side by side right now. Genuinely, I don't know if I can. Can I share screens? Yeah, you know what? I can. Do you know what? I'll do it for you. Right. I can't believe I'm typing in the Tottenham website on my computer. I actually feel sick. Tottenham Hotspur FC. Hey, are you ready for this? Tottenham Hotspur official website. Club statement. Is this about Mourinho? Yep, that's not the statement I want. I want the other one. Club statement 3 hours ago. Club announcement. Here we go. Yeah, okay, right. Drag this out like this. Put this here like that. Jesus Christ. Here we go. Right, watch this. I'm going to put them side by side for you. And you're going to be like, what the fuck? And I'm going to be like, yeah, I know, right? You ready for this? Okay. Also, important question while Rant isn't here. Goat with a machine gun or lion with a machete? Your choice. What would you rather be? Club statement. Here we go. Right. Here we go. Like that. Okay. Drag that like that. Like this. Okay. Minimize that quickly. Right. Here we go. Here we go. Right. Hopefully I can share the screen with you. Okay. Share screen. Cool. Right. So you can see entire screen. Okay. Right. Look at this. Chrome has lost permission to share your screen. For fuck's sake, I can't even share it. I've been sat here for 5 minutes trying to He's hiding them. Come on, mate. I'm not that much of an amateur. Private browsing. Close it when it's done. Let's not fuck about. Right. Let's go through some of these comments then, shall we, quickly? Am I hosting it now? No, I can't even get all the stuff up. Okay, let's go through. Obviously, it's the same statement. They represent the same thing. You want them to all have do different things. Well, yeah. Surely, if you have the same rough statement, you don't just put out carbon copies on every single club website. You'd want to try the way you try and do it is you try and appeal to the fans of those representative clubs. You know, you wouldn't just say the same thing on every single one. Okay, right, here we go. I'll read it out to you like this. Chelsea statement. So they've actually changed it now. So Chelsea FC has joined 11 of Europe's leading clubs in forming a midweek competition, the European Super League. Okay. It then goes, a joint statement will be released by all 12 clubs below. Further information will be provided in due course. We look forward to working with key stakeholders, particularly our supporters. Bollocks, as this competition develops. Okay. Tottenham. A joint statement released on behalf of all 12 founding clubs can be viewed below. We shall look to further provide details in due course. We are committed to working with all stakeholders, particularly supporters, as the competition develops. Exactly the same fucking statement, and that's just the beginning. And you got here leading European.
Them man just emailed it all around. They emailed the same thing to everyone, and they've just basically forwarded it, bro. It's like one of them WhatsApp flipping things. WhatsApp broadcast message, you know them ones from all the clubs.
Do you know what this is the equivalent of? It's the equivalent of a division that we may or may not have both played in, and it's being run in exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Rants has died again. You're stuck with me again. The outspoken spectator. Personally, I don't see a problem with it. Elaborate. I'm interested. Why don't you see a problem with it? One person done the work for the group project. Oh, that's good. I like that one. Oh, mate. Diamonds are made under pressure. Statements could be improved by the ESL legal department and given each other fan club potentially, yeah. What's this? We haven't even spoke about the Juventus fucking head coach or chairman, who was the chairman of the ECA as well. Let me type in who else has stepped down from the ECA. Chelsea have left the ECA. Man United and Arsenal have left the ECA. Ooh. Hang on. So, this is according to the Telegraph. Oh, brilliant. I can only get like 5 seconds of it. Right. I'll get... So, according to EU sports law, a breakaway league could actually be illegal under those laws. There's a massive risk that the new Supreme League could be blocked under EU sports law, with one leading sports lawyer only rating the chance of it being allowed as 50-50. The new European Super League is planned to have guaranteed spots for 15 of the 20 clubs, which would comply exempt from relegation. As such, the entire competition could be barred by the European EU competition law. My instinct is that the current legal framework and approach is 50-50. So Darren Bailey, a lawyer and consultant to Charles Russell Speechley Sports Group, who were formerly the Football Association's director. He was formerly the Football Association's director of football governance and regulation. Elsewhere, criticism to the plans could continue to pour in. Liverpool fans hung up the flag that says "Shame on you, R.I.P. Liverpool," while World Cup winner Mesut Ozil, kids grew up dreaming to win the World Cup and the Champions League, not any Super League. Wow. Agreement needs to change. Leagues. Oh, wow. Spanish sports minister Housen Hutel has reiterated his stance against the move by the Rebel 12. There cannot be any other option about it. It's a big threat. What I see coming up. Wow. It's a big threat. What I see coming up, war, if you want, from the big clubs. We will want to see the future bring things, but it's a big threat, and we have to fight against it. I hope we, the fans, are with us, and without fans, football won't work. They have a lot of power, these big clubs. Yeah. Literally, what I mean, BT Sport, the statement from BT Sport, BT recognised the concerns raised by many of football's leading voices and fans and believes the formation of a European Super League could have a highly damaging effect on the long-term health of football in this country. As a sports broadcaster showing Premier League, UEFA club football and National League football, as well as being a lead partner for the home of the nation's football teams, we strongly believe that football makes a significant positive contribution to people's lives at every level, and this needs to be protected. Damn, this is nuts. This is nuts. Is Rants dead? What's happened to him? Why are you just stuck with me? Oh, we've got more things coming. My phone is... Ooh. Hang on. Okay. The president of UEFA has said that players in the European Super League will be banned from international tournaments. Wow. Wow. Hang on. It remains unclear whether UEFA will be allowed to impose such sanctions, with various footballing bodies and league meetings throughout the week to discuss their options. Okay. That's interesting. That is confirmed. That's come through. That is from... Well, it's One Football saying it, but I don't know where they've got the report from. Interesting. I don't know if the World Cup will be done.
Hey, bro, imagine.
He's gone again. Have you gone again?
But see. Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, you're all good. What the fuck's going on?
Oh, for fuck's sake, man.
Rants, can you not hear me? Hello?
Yo.
Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
There we go. What happened there?
Bro, I had to log in. I'm on my laptop now, bro, because my internet's done a mad thing. Imagine, I was meant to change the flipping Rants body found in Old Trafford Woodward gone missing. You're a madman. Nah, I was meant to change my Wi-Fi, and they said because of COVID, they're not letting engineers in houses and that. So now I have to flipping wait for my upgrade, bro. It's pissing me off.
That's bollocks, because I had someone come fit it in my house.
What, Virgin?
Yeah, it was Virgin as well, yeah.
Yeah, bro, I don't know. Maybe they're racist, blood, because they didn't come do mine, blood. Their man said no, cuz they said they couldn't do it. So I don't really know what's going on. So now I'm on my lappy, bruv. You know, like that. So this is what we're doing. So apologies, guys. Man is on the laptop, so the camera quality might not be the same as.
You're not even moving. You've literally got you just chilling.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, for crying out, bruv. You know, like that.
Listen, I've got a router here, a spare one. Do you want it? It's just chilling.
No. I'm good. Can you man hear me though?
Yeah, we can hear you. That's good. Look at that.
All right, cool.
It doesn't work, but can I give it to you? It might be a bit better.
All right, fair enough. You know what I mean? Man's looking like flipping Zordon from Power Rangers, blood. Just some floating head.
That's a fucking
I don't even know, cuz.
So I don't know if you missed it. President UEFA has come out and said that any player involved in the ESL is actually going to be banned from any international competition.
Straight. Absolutely, and rightly so.
The players that will play in the Super League will be banned from playing in World Cup and Euros. They will not be allowed to play for their national teams. We are all united against this nonsense of a project. Madness.
I hear that. Absolutely. I'm with that.
This is nuts.
I'm with that, bro. I think it's a joke. The whole thing is farcical, bruv, to be completely honest.
It's just, I hate it. I hate it so much.
What, Perez said he'll make a new World Cup if they ban players. What is this?
He's not said that, has he?
I don't know, but yo, Perez is a mad youth, man, moving like the mafia.
Holy
so
fuck.
It wouldn't surprise me if
SC Dons have just announced that Eric Cantona is apparently going to be sporting director of SC Dons.
That's not real, blood. That's some publicity thing, innit? But that's quality. Do you know what I mean? It's probably like an advert or something like that. But it's lit. It's super lit, though. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, mate, the whole thing is just.
And like my man said, he thinks that it's a bargaining chip still. You know, them ones there for these men to get what they want, and I think it could be.
Oh, mate, it's nuts. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm literally going to... Hang on. I'm going to go into the Wharf group chat and we're going to organise a training session today. Because I'm so miserable. See if anyone wants to just go play fives. Oh, mate.
Yeah, he actually said that. Man said that he actually said that. Perez. That's crazy.
Mate, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, man moving like Pablo Escobar, fam.
This is ridiculous. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just like, this is just beyond. Where's that?
No, one of the guys in the chat said that. I haven't read it specifically, but one thing I do know is that the whole thing's farcical, bro. And I don't think the Super League will go ahead. I feel like it probably is a bargaining chip for these men to get the demands met that they wanted from UEFA in the first place. But one thing I would say is I think UEFA are going to be so sour about this. I just don't see how you come back from this, bro.
Yeah, they won't come back. There's physically no way for them to do it.
Yeah. And like my man said, yeah, you can literally finish last year without being relegated and still make your money. The Glazers and Kroenke and them, man. This is what they wanted, bro. Again, it's like I said, it's gonna be like the NBA.
It's just like it's boring. The fact that,
and I swear in the MLS it's the same. You don't get relegated or promoted. You just buy yourself in it. It's a franchise thing. Franchise thing. From what?
Do you know what I find highly hilarious? Have you seen Ted Lasso yet? Have you watched it at all?
No.
Okay. If it's a 10-episode series on Apple TV, I'll give you my login if you want to watch it. It's worth watching. Where literally it's about, you remember when Jason Sudeikis did that character on NBC, the American coach that managed Tottenham?
Yeah.
So he's basically done that. This guy's got his own series. There's literally a whole scene. I'm talking a dedicated, solid 1-2 minutes where they talk about how pointless and stupid the American MLS system is, with no promotion, no relegation. It's ridiculous. All it is just securing them for fucking.
Because it's a franchise thing, innit? You just buy yourself in, innit? If you got enough P's and you got a backer, you can buy your way into the league, innit?
It's ridiculous. I'm literally.
He said, "Look what UEFA said about Woodward." Do you man want to put the quotes in? Hold on. Oh, we didn't know we had snakes so close to us. Now we know. Oh, wow.
Well, who said that?
The man said that about Ed Woodward, innit? But we knew Ed Woodward was an absolute snake anyway, bro.
Who's
absolute? I don't know. One of the guys at UEFA. I'm assuming. I don't know exactly who it was.
Blimey. That's mental. That is actually mental.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
I've just got bored, and it's bored of the whole thing. I've had an idea though, and while we're talking for the past 2 minutes, I've just made the most amazing picture ever, and it's just this, a Florentino Perez. I don't know if you watch Marvel.
Of course I do, bruv. You're a sick man, bro.
Mate, it's so true though. Mate, he's literally just turning around like Thanos and just gonna go, I'm gonna destroy half of football like that.
That's it. Man, I'm saying, Rants, you're gonna draft Timo Werner next season? Absolutely not, bruv.
Why wouldn't you? I'm having Timo Werner.
Yeah, he's dog food, mate. You know them ones that.
Do you know who's dog? Do you know what's dog food, mate? Your internet. All right, so let's not fucking get into that.
Bro, I'm literally tethering from my phone because my internet died. So that's why the internet's dead at the moment. You know them ones there. Man's hanging on to keep this thing alive. You get me?
Oh, mate, it's just the whole thing. It's just I just don't get it. Who in their right mind thought about that? Like, who goes, oh yeah, that's really easy?
I don't know, bro.
And just goes, let's just do this, and there won't be any pushback. I saw a really interesting comment.
See, look at this. I told you all these things were gonna happen, bro. all these things, they're gonna probably do that behind the scenes stuff, all these other things to make money. Just like the Amazon documentary, All or Nothing thing, they can do one of the league and obviously because they'll have the rights from the football clubs and it's going to be on Amazon anyway. The whole thing is just another way to just milk the fans, bro.
It's the whole thing is just
That's all it is.
How? Like how?
But this is where we are now, unfortunately. This is football, isn't it? This is football for you guys. Modern day football. This is exactly what it is. And he said they signed a 23-year deal, you know. I don't know why it's 23. You know what I'm saying? But
would it take it? I'll take it. I think it's just the maths behind it because it'd be starting for the 21-22 season. I'm guessing that'll be because that takes it to
2050, isn't it?
Yeah, that must be what it is.
Yeah. But it's a mad or 2045 or whatever, blood.
Oh, mate,
whatever that. Yeah, 2045. That's some joke thing. Yeah. That's some joke thing, bro. We'll see how the players take being banned from certain competitions. That's when the ball's gonna get rolling, when certain players start coming out and opposing it. And if it's big name players, then we could have a problem. Do you know what I'm saying? So we just have to see who says what, who feels what. Do you know what I mean? I know certain players like Pogba, especially, bro. Like the way the guy loves playing for his country. If a man's gonna tell him he can't play in the World Cup, that could be a madness.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Then it'll go down to me and Raiola as well, won't it? That he'll be turning around and be like, "Yeah, no, like this is how it works." End of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing is it's a joke.
Absolutely. A man said, "You seen modern football's gone in the gut. I didn't expect it to free fall." Bruv, no one expected it to free fall. Like when we were getting the news last night, it almost felt like someone died, bro. Like it was a madness last night. When the news was filtering in, it's like you just kept hearing more bad news and you're trying to process it, saying, "Yo, this can't be real. This can't be real." Do you know what I mean? And with the guy saying Bruno has spoken out, with all due respect to Bruno, yeah, in world football, he's no one in it. So like nobody cares that Bruno's spoken out. It's not going to change anything. Like when commercially viable players like Lionel Messi's, do you know what I mean? The Cristianos, all them kind of man, when they speak out, that's when something could potentially be a thing. What Bruno and Ander Herrera says, no, like nobody gives a flying, bruv.
It's just, yeah, it's nuts. I'm going through my tweets like from the past past day. It literally goes from me asking, "Is the Dark Knight trilogy available on any streaming platforms?" to just having a meltdown for the past 8 hours. It's like, yeah, but yeah, like Bruno just doesn't. Bruno's name doesn't hold weight.
It doesn't.
It's like even Pogba, I don't think would hold weight. You literally the only two people that can step up now and go, "This can't happen," is Ronaldo and Messi. That's it. Ronaldo, Messi, and Mbappe. That's it.
Not even Mbappe, bro. Like not even Mbappe, bro. Honestly,
it's just fucked. The whole thing is just
legit, bruv.
I would have hasn't Marcus Rashford said nothing yet.
Well, why is Rashford gonna say anything, bruv?
Because he's actually the Prime Minister of the UK.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna say jack. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna say jack, bro. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I don't think any of these big players are gonna say nothing because most of them are gonna get massive, massive bumper pay rises.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I'm saying so. We'll be very, very surprised. Do you know what I'm saying? So, oh well. Look at that. He said, they said they're going to do a TV show on every team because they're inspired by the Formula One TV series. You see what I mean? Whole thing's a shambles, mate.
That's a joke.
Whole thing's an absolute shambles, guys.
Apparently, De Bruyne stepped up and said something as well.
And what's he said? Man, I put in KDB has spoken, bro, like he's Jesus, blood. Put the quote in the chat, blood.
Let's see, Kevin De Bruyne. Nothing. All I've got is let's go in the Champions League. That's his thing from four days ago. Unless he put it on his Instagram.
I have no idea, bro.
Kevin De Bruyne. Excuse me. He's not said anything.
I don't know, man.
It's nuts.
Man are waffling, innit? Yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Man are waffling. We'll see what happens, innit? We'll see what happens, bruv. This is just an absolute money-making fiasco. That's all it is. And we don't even know. We don't even know if it's gonna happen. We don't know if they're just using this as a bargaining tool to get what they wanted the whole time. We don't know anything. We just have to wait and see, people. That's all I can say about that. So yeah. Man saying you can't buy football and all that. Yeah, I hear that. There's no soul in it. It's soulless, this new tournament. It's never gonna have the memories, it's never gonna have the heritage that the Champions League had. It's never going to have that. It's never going to have that. But these men do not care. Because they know that the amount of money they're going to pump into this, they'll probably be able to win most people over, because they'll give you like a new shiny toy, and they'll give you your documentaries, they'll give you your behind the scenes and all these other things. So
if you want to watch a real documentary behind the scenes, you just watch me and Rants, you know? Watch that you're in a football club. It's all there. So
yeah, like that's what they're gonna do for you guys, guys. That's what they're gonna do. So a lot of people are gonna watch it. You're right. Loads of people are gonna watch it. Don't get it twisted. When there's certain games, of course, I'm still gonna watch it. Do you know what I mean? Of course I'm gonna watch it, because I'm not gonna watch it because it's football. But at the end of the day, I ain't buying no merchandise. I ain't supporting no football club. I'm not going to flipping spend money to go watch these games live and all these other things. Absolute myth, bro. Absolute myth. They're not getting my money. 100%. You know, like that. They're not getting it, bro.
100%.
You know, like that. Thing, yeah. And that's just what it is, bro. Like, it's one of them things where I'm not. You have to be living under a stone. What you think? I'm never gonna see no highlights from the games retweeted on my Twitter feed or in the WhatsApp group. You can't avoid it, bruv. You can't avoid it. So I'm not gonna turn around and say, "Oh, I'm not watching any of the games, bruv." Of course, I'm gonna watch the flipping games. You know what I'm saying? But how I consume football from now on has changed forever, bro.
Yeah. Why always me is put UEFA president said if I start with Woodward, he called me last Thursday evening saying he was satisfied with the support of the reforms. The only thing he wanted to talk about was FFP when he signed something else. Fucking hell. Mate, I would like to think, right? This just screams hypocrisy, and it happens at the top of every industry. It does. It does. You know.
But bruv, Woodward had to say that just in case it didn't go through, bruv. You know them ones. We know this.
But Steve, this is it. It's like if you were a real leader, you'd turn around and say, "Look, we're not happy. We're looking at this as a proposition, you know, and we want to try and find a satisfactory conclusion to it. You know, where everyone's happy. If they were simply using it as a bargaining tool, they wouldn't have left the ECA. They wouldn't have done. It's nuts.
And that's why I think that these guys' lawyers have probably gone through every fine tooth comb and seen what could possibly happen and said, you know what, it's worth the risk, innit? It's worth pissing these men off, because the amount of money we're going to make, it doesn't matter. They never thought that the UEFA were going to do this, though. Ban players and all that. They never saw this coming. So it's going to be very, very interesting.
Just going through it. I'm still seeing what they got.
You know what I mean? Super chat. Watch these guys make minor league squads for European Super League, D League, and bully every team for their top players.
Yes! I hadn't even thought of that.
What?
Oh, mate. I hadn't even thought of that. That's a very good point. You're literally going to be seeing Chelsea D versus Manchester United E team in like 10 years.
I don't know, bruv. It's so done out here, bruv. Honestly, football's done out here.
We're just gonna have to figure it out our own way. Figure it out our own way. Have you been uploading your highlights to your channel, or have you just left them on the other ones?
I've left them on the other ones at the moment, but honestly, next season, like obviously when we're playing week in, week out, because to be honest, this season has been disrupted so badly by COVID that we're only in game week 7. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because we had a cup game. Week 10. Do you know what I mean? Because we had a cup game as well. So we're only in game week 7, bro. So like we played like 7 games in 7 months. Like I've almost voided the season in my head. It's just about my team gelling now and about these guys getting their fitness back. And then also because it's Ramadan as well, a lot of the players are fasting. So it's difficult again to get full minutes in for the players. So the whole thing's been a joke, to be honest, this season. Do you know what I mean? If they scrapped it, I wouldn't have been too upset. But I'm happy that the boys are getting some minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm already planning ahead for next season.
That's good, man.
I'm already planning ahead for next season, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to that. We're gonna keep going and get this season out of the way, and then we're probably gonna crack on. Next season we're gonna be hopefully
exactly.
Do you know what I wouldn't mind doing? I wouldn't mind playing a YouTube, like having a midweek like YouTube quote unquote league, where it's like just every YouTube team just played each other in the midweek, and then we could just focus on weekends.
Even if it's we need to do something. Even if it's just 5 aside, bro, or 7 aside, bro. I just think that, bro, we need to be making 100%. Content in it. So
that's the thing, and I just think I love this more than everything with it. What's coming next? Players mining image rights in your video games won't be so. Well, that's already happened.
It's already happened.
Yeah, Zlatan won it.
Yeah, Zlatan, David Beckham as well. A few other people. I think Beckham started it, and then I think Zlatan was like, "Yeah, well, they didn't get my permission either."
It's nuts.
So yeah, like the whole thing's a bit of a shambles, guys. I'm an American Chelsea fan, and I don't like how the beautiful game is becoming Americanized. It's a madness.
It's shit. What else we got here? Seferas come out and said, I can't stress more strongly, UEFA and the footballing world are united. Oh, we already said that. Disgraceful, self-serving proposals we have seen, fueling purely by greed. It's a nonsense project. The idea is a spit in the face for all football lovers in our society. We will not allow them to take this away from us. That's nuts.
It'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting, guys. It'll be very, very very interesting to see what happens.
It's nuts. Villa coming out and talking about the Super League. Hello. Duncan Drasdo, the CEO of the Manchester United Supporters Trust, is calling for government action to reform football club ownership after 6 English sides agree to join the Super League. Right. How would you reform it, though? That's what how?
Because you can't kick out the man that are already there now. If you were going to make it so that the football fans had to own 51% like the Germans, that could work. Do you know what I mean? So decisions like this can't be taken out of the hands of the football fan. But it's too late now because you can't make man sell their shares if they already own the club.
It's yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's too late.
I'm gutted, mate. I'm gutted.
And like man said, fan ownership. I hear that, but bruv, honestly, yeah, some of these United fans, they're full of shit. I wouldn't want them owning the club or even a stake. You know the ones there. So it's a madman.
I mean, Chelsea, the beauty of Chelsea right now, I'm not gonna lie, there's one thing we do have is that Chelsea fans, including myself, a lot of them are pitch owners. So I own part of the Stamford Bridge pitch. So I put it this way, if Chelsea were to turn around to me and say, obviously, because they have to say, can we use a pitch every year? They have to do a...
Yeah, I know. That's why they couldn't build a new stadium as well, innit? Because they
exactly.
they don't own nothing, yeah.
So I bet you we're all just going to turn around and go, fuck off and play somewhere else.
Yeah, straight.
That's where my mind's at. I'm just like, fuck off and play somewhere else. I'm not interested.
I hear you, bro.
Football's dead to me now. Do you want to go play 5-a-side this afternoon, Rants, and can actually play some football and enjoy it?
It might be the best thing to do, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
If you're on it,
it's a mad thing, people. Do you know what I'm saying? Smash the like button. I feel like there's gonna be constant updates throughout the afternoon. Next show is next time I'm gonna be live is on Lee Gunner's channel at 4:00. And then I'll be back, obviously, watching Liverpool Leeds tonight because that's going to be a good game. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to be watching that, guys. So that's when I'll be back here. Obviously, because Liverpool are playing, James won't be around for the show this evening, so we'll reschedule that for another day. So yeah, I'm gonna watch the Liverpool Leeds game. It should be a good game. And no doubt they'll be asking Klopp what's going on. So yeah, there could be more developments there. There could be more developments there, man. So big up everyone inside holding the super chat. And UEFA ain't greedy as well. That's not the point.
We know that. We know that.
That's not the point. People need to stop saying dumb shit like that. You know them ones. It's just like when we left the EU and that on a Brexit vibe, yeah. No one said the EU was perfect. People just said that rare, like they don't want to leave, blood. Do you know what I mean? It's like better the devil you know sometimes, isn't it? And that's just what it is. So big up everyone here. Smash up the like button. Make sure you follow Lou's channel as well. The hyperlink is in the title as usual.
I'm doing a video which I'm going to release at 5 on everything I think about the Super League as well. So if you put it this way, if you remember what I was like at 100% Chelsea, and I don't mean, you know, later on where I'm a bit calmer. If you remember what I'm like, then that's where we're going. So if you want to watch that,
mad thing. Nah, I hear you. Do you know what I'm saying? And big up everyone here. You know what I mean? This flipping internet should be patterned anyway by the watch along tonight. So now, I mean, stress-free, neutral watch-alongs. There's going to be plenty more of those now. You know the ones because legit, like, I'm not asked anymore. Do you know what I mean? With this football club, man, they're jokers. So I'm just going to go back to enjoying football, blood, like a neutral, fam. I couldn't care less, bro. All this tribal nonsense. You ain't going to see me beefing with no one over football clubs, bro, because now most of these men don't care about us anyway, bro. So no, I'm not stressing myself. You know what I mean? So big up everyone inside. Smash up the like button. Big up all the mods as usual, doing your thing. Do you know what I mean? And I'm going to catch you, man,